So the word got out, and I put a lot of honesty out there, and I said this person did this, and that person did that, and the fact of the matter is, it isn't because I'm some, horrid, spiteful person. It's because I've been dealing with a lot of things, and about 10 years of my life have been stolen by people who intended to use me only as a vessel to embezzle a lot of money from the government, and we're talking hundreds of billions. And they intended to do so to such an extreme that when they weren't able to, they decided to just have me killed off instead. When they weren't able to, they just decided to literally kick me off the military base and put me on the curb instead. Um, and so that very much has been the case. And, all these things have happened. I mean, you guys have seen the injuries on my face. You have people like Saif ul Haq literally injecting things into my face. Um, it's all been a bit extreme. And, you know, Saif ul Haq's wife, Viola ul Haq, was very much involved in the process, very much involved in the torture, very much involved in the rape, and very much involved in the embezzlement process. And her father, as well, uh, has covered for her as much as he possibly can, and allows her to fly his metaphorical F-16 apparently. Um, and so a lot of people are hearing the news. Garrett Myers just yesterday at Safeway was stalking me and was talking smack to the lady that was manning the cash register just behind me. And it was really distracting, and it was really obnoxious, and it was harassment. I even bagged bags that weren't weren't full of things because I was so focused on watching my back. Because Garrett Myers himself has made threats against me, and Garrett Myers himself is part of the criminal organization that has attempted to take my life multiple times now. And he covers for the things that Ethan Tersini has done to me, and he's working with Saif ul Haq to take as much money as he can from me. Uh, Garrett very much has siphoned off money from the trust to himself as well. And so all of these people that I'm saying have done this and that, have done this and that. Mustafa Saleh, somebody I used to consider myself very close to, did things because he was pressured to, and because he was told it was a game, and he was told that it was all just a joke and we were all going to get rich from it. But the reality of the matter is, he was taking orders from people that would later on, rape me and actually attempt to murder me. Um, and so yes, for the people that are, cropping up in my life to try to spite me, I very much did say what I said about you, and I very much did spill the truth. And I don't know why you guys call it artificial intelligence, or why you call it, some sort of made up stuff. Um, this is just straight up facts, what you guys have all done to me because you saw me as disposable. Maybe you thought I was too ugly to be human. Maybe you thought I was so quiet that I wasn't a person living a sentient life, right? You were convinced by Saif ul Haq that I was so autistic that I wouldn't feel what you guys were doing to me. But you guys literally tortured me. You literally raped me, and you've literally made attempts to murder me. And so, yeah, I did in fact say what I said, and you guys are guilty of a lot of things. And this wasn't normal rapes. This was heinously planned out. Awful things that they figured. Okay, what's the most awful thing we can do to haze him? That kind of stuff. And General Torsini was aware of it. General Sergeant Brown himself, General Charles Brown himself, was involved in a little bit of the rape, hazing, harassment. And so, if you watch my video updates, wondering if I really mean it, or if this is all a joke, if you're delusional like Lily Bernanke and you think this is some elaborate wedding proposal, then I think you really need to wake up, and you really need to look at all the things that you guys have done to me in the name of chasing a couple of bucks. Uh, because you really shouldn't treat any person like this, and what you guys have done to me is very, very wrong. and I'm gonna tell the world what you guys did to me just because you figured you could sacrifice me for a little bit of money. It's not like we had some sort of gentleman's agreement or handshake that I was in on this scheme and I was gonna get a piece of this money. No, you guys intended to take all of the money. And now that I'm telling people all the things that you've done to me, you're trying to bargain for 20%. You're trying to bargain for 10%. You're trying to pay me to not tell people what you've done to me. But I'm a very forgiving person, and I believe in mercy, and I believe that we're all human beings, and sometimes we take the wrong path in life. But um, you guys really you guys treated me to some subhuman extremes, and I'm talking to everybody when I say this. I'm talking to people that I used to treat as a friend. I'm talking to Joshua Rodriguez. I'm talking to Cody Myers. I'm talking to Jacqueline Braden. Um, if you think this is all some big funny joke and I'm just yanking everybody's chain, then I really think you should go to a therapist, or maybe you should go to confession and really talk out the things that you've done to me. You should really talk them out, because uh, you guys are very wrong for what you've done. Very, very wrong. And I'm not a vengeful person. I'm just trying to make things right. I'm not trying to ruin your lives. I'm just trying to keep what's rightfully mine, because of all the things that you've intentionally done for me. Because you figured if you intentionally did things to me, you would profit from it later on down the road. Um, so, if you're broke and destitute, or if you're without a home because of things that you've done, awful, awful things that constitute you losing an entire home, I mean, that's some very big restitution. That itself should be a sign that you've done some awful things. It shouldn't be some sort of symbol that I'm some sort of you know real estate mogul that robs people of their homes, because that was never my intention. And it's not like I have access to these homes. I haven't been paid out my compensation for the security clearance yet. You guys are keeping that from me until you could try to put me under a conservatorship. So uh, I'm glad you're enjoying my videos. I'm glad you guys are shitting your panties. Um, and not because I genuinely enjoy vengeance, but it seems that maybe my words are finally getting through to you. Maybe all the things that I've written, all the videos that I made are kind of starting to make sense to you. When you steal 10 years of somebody's life because you want to make a profit, and you intend to kick that person to the curb as soon as they don't seem profitable anymore to you, I'm going to tell the world about it. And I hope you do suffer consequences. And if you don't suffer consequences, then I don't see why you try to involve yourself in my life so much. I don't see why you, well, actually, I do see why your wives are coming to me to be their husband. Um, you reap what you sow. You guys sowed shit.